Time to feed the gamers. Put some nice content out. Listen up, you Nintendo fools. You will pay to use that C button. You're like, huh? Yeah, got this little article on eTechnics. It says here, you will have to pay to use the Switch 2 C button. It says here, if you thought Nintendo couldn't get greedier, you're wrong. Nintendo now makes its very own Discord-like chat app exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2, which will require you to use an online NSO membership. It's not just that the apps will be tied to the C button, so unless you own an online NSO membership, you won't even be able to use it. Nintendo Switch 2, its subtitle says, there's a silver lining though, if you can even call it that, with the game chat having a free period that will last up until March 31st, 2026. But what happens when you don't have to pay for a yearly subscription on top of your high-end gaming device and nearly $90 games? Well, nothing apparently, so you don't even get access to all the system your device has. In addition to not owning your games, thank you Nintendo. Says here, if it doesn't sound too bad, not being able to use a one button that many people probably won't have too much use for, the Vice President of Players and Products Experience, Bill Trinan, came out and said that the C button is a part of the overall platform experience, and that the NSO really is a critical piece of the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. Then it says, so unless you are willing to pay to fully unlock the feature on your $449.99 device, or maybe with or maybe more with Trump tariffs, you won't have the full experience. Is it worth it? Question mark. So just leave it to Nintendo to want players to pay additional fees for what is basically Discord. But let's not get carried away here. You still don't exactly know all the ins and outs of the chat. Not just that, but Nintendo Switch Online NSO membership will also have another benefit, like access to old GameCube games and free upgrades to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, Nintendo got you guys paying, man. Yeah. All right. Let me see what I got here on the gaming news here. So I think there's something else here too from Nintendo, but I think Doug Bowser is trying to bite my style though. Listen to this. We'll see what Doug Bowser says here. He says, see if I can pull him up. Get all this Switch news out of the way. It says here, Nintendo president talks about AI, says human creativity will always drive game development. He learned that from me. Doug Bowser learned that from me. I said AI is not better than humans. I told you a computer is a dumb piece of machine. You tell it what to do. A computer only knows what a human give it. Just saying. But anyway, he learned it from me though. Anyway, let me knock this out real quick. Says here, Nintendo President Doug Bowser recently affirmed that the company does not fully trust artificial intelligence in game development. In an interview with CNBC, Bowser explained that while the company has discussed the potential use of AI, it is not the only way to accomplish certain tasks. Nintendo believes that human developers are what makes their game special. And then it says the importance of human touch in game development. It says Bowser emphasized that personal artistic abilities and understanding preference of games are key elements in creating great games. For this reason, Nintendo will always rely on the human touch in its products and will continue to focus on the work of real people in the development process. During the interview, Bowser also addressed another topic, the price of the upcoming Switch 2. He made it clear that the cost of the new console will not be affected by the tariffs announced by Donald Trump. Instead, it will be determined by the features and advanced component of the console. Tariff could still affect the price. However, this is an ongoing issue with tariffs. As we know, pre-orders of the Switch 2 were delayed in the U.S. due to those tariffs. The situation raises possibilities that the price of the console could increase potentially, making the tariffs a factor in the final price of the new console. As explained by Entertainment Software Association, Trump tariffs will not only affect the Nintendo Switch 2, but could have dramatic consequence for the entire video game industry. Well, in the words of Robert De Niro, the price has got to go up, man. The price has got to go up. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Humans are better than computers, man. Okay? Humans are better than computers. Computers are not better than humans. AI is not better than humans. Okay? A computer is a dumb piece of machine. You tell it what to do. It runs on zeros and ones, man. Come on, man. And a computer only knows, and AI only knows what a human give it. So if a human give it like 1% of information, that's all the computer knows. Just saying. Anyway, and you need humans to make video games, because the human brains, everybody have a different perspective, different thinking ability. That's what makes humans great. So humans are better, man. Just saying. But the price has still got to go up. $90. Pay up. Anyway, let me stop playing here. What else I got here on the Nintendo news here? Here's another one. Let me knock this out real quick. I got 3 Nintendo articles here. Here's another one. See if I can knock this one out too. It says here, Nintendo Switch games could run better on Nintendo Switch 2 even without updates. It says here, as many of you know, some Nintendo Switch games will have special Switch 2 edition. This means that they will receive an update to take advantage of the extra power of the new console. This update may include improvement like better graphics, new content, smoother gameplay, higher resolution. However, some games might actually perform better on the new console even without any updates, meaning no patches are needed to enjoy the improvements. It says smoother gameplay. It says here, GameSpot recently spoke to Kurio Doda, a programmer at Nintendo Programming Management Group, about how Nintendo Switch games will run on the new Nintendo Switch. They asked if simply playing a game made for an old console on the new ones would result in a smoother experience. Doda confirmed that this could indeed happen, but will depend on the game itself. He explained that without applying any updates, the improvement that players will see will depend on how the game was originally made and designed. It will depend heavily on how the original game was created and also it was designed. But I think you can expect certain improvements such as faster load times, maybe improved frame rates, better. But again, it will depend on how that game was built. He said, game by game difference. For example, a game with unlocked frame rates could benefit from the extra processing power of the new console. Of course, the improvements will be different for each game, and in some cases there may not be any noticeable difference at all. This means that not every game will automatically run better just because it's on the Switch 2, but it's possible that many games will see improvements. Yeah, that's it would be like taking that would be like the equivalence, like taking an original Xbox game and then running it on the 360. You see the difference. And then taking the original Xbox game, running on an Xbox One, you see the difference. And then take the same game, the original Xbox game, and run it on a Series X and S. That's what they're talking about here. So yeah, but that's all I got to report on the Switch 2 though. But you will pay though to use that C button. Anyway, I'm just joking. Anyway, but that's all the news on Nintendo. I figured I'd just get it out of the way, get it done. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You will pay $90 for your games though. Stop crying. Don't cry. It's the world we live in. You know, you will pay $450. Yeah, and the price has got to go up. Just saying. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, Star Wars, Star Trek, Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.